There is now a legitimate possible tsunami hazard which might come to fruition if a specific Indonesian volcano erupts in the near future. What I am referring to is the Iya volcano south of the city of End, which has just seen a series of cracks develop around its active crater. This region is already highly hydrothermally altered, meaning it has a fraction of the strength the surrounding rock has. As a result, if and when the next eruption occurs, these cracks, which could very well go much further than we are currently seeing, could cause a small volume edifice collapse to occur. Such a collapse, if it were to occur, could perhaps be in the range of up to 10 million cubic meters of material, but would likely involve a vastly smaller figure. While we don't really have a decent model of what extent of a tsunami this could cause, I would give a very rough estimate that the worst case scenario landslide could generate an up to 7 meter or 23 foot high wave. However, and I cannot stress this enough, there is not even a guarantee or even a likelihood that this is going to occur, merely a slight possibility which is being monitored. This is why Iya was given an expanded exclusion zone which was previously 2 kilometers in all directions, but is now 3 kilometers in all directions except for its southern sector where it is 5 kilometers. This sector is where any hypothetical landslide and tsunami would be generated. As a result of this new exclusion zone, several hundred people across what I counted to be 103 structures were evacuated. I also want to note that a false panic was created earlier today claiming that Iya is actively erupting. This is not the case, at least as of when I published this video on November 6th. Iya's alert level was raised from 2 to 3 on November 5th, indicating a color code change from yellow to orange due to its increasing volcanic unrest. This volcanic unrest has consisted not only with the formation of the aforementioned cracks, but also an increasing number of daily volcanic earthquakes, which have jumped from an average of 1 a day to 13 a day, most recently spiking to include 47 volcanic earthquakes on November 5th. Alongside this, a strong sulfur odor has been detected and reported by residents surrounding the volcano, likely correlating to increased emissions of hydrogen sulfide gas. While the exact amount of this gas has not been measured, what has been observed is an increase in a gas that often occurs alongside it, sulfur dioxide. This has created a very faint blue-tinted plume which rises about 50 meters above Iya's main summit crater. Although we still aren't completely sure what is occurring at the Iya volcano, especially at depth, its recent increase in activity was sufficient to cause some of the scientists currently monitoring the aftermath of Luatobi's destructive eruption to make a 5-hour drive to the west to monitor Iya. To help portray what I personally deem to be Iya's current level of volcanic unrest, on my opinion-based volcanic unrest scale, I would place Iya as a 6. Also, my interpretation of what exactly is causing Iya's unrest is the following. Magma is now likely in a section of Iya's magma conduit, possibly at around 2 kilometers depth. However, the viscous body of intruding magma is currently too wide to advance upwards quite yet. Thus, pressure builds until a series of earthquakes occur and the magma moves upwards slightly. If this pattern were to continue, it would take some time for the conduit to expand from the bottom up before an eruption could occur. And if an eruption were to occur, further evacuations would likely be required. Depending on the intensity of such an eruption were one to occur, parts of or all of the city of N to the north, population 88,000, may need to be evacuated. As a final note, I would like to thank my new YouTube channel member David Priest for supporting my work.